Today, we are going to explore the fascinating world of Stoic philosophy and how it can help us rediscover the joy of living. If you've ever felt that happiness is slipping away, you're in the right place. On this channel, I share ideas, reflections, and practical tools that can transform your perspective and guide you toward a fuller, more meaningful life. If you're interested in learning about Stoicism, personal growth, and how to find peace in everyday life, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any content. I'd also love for you to join this community. Leave a comment about what topics you'd like us to cover. Your opinion is very important. There are moments in life when it seems that joy slips through our fingers like sand we try to hold on to unsuccessfully. That spark that once motivated us and gave us the energy to rise each morning slowly fades away, and often we don't even know why. Throughout history, philosophers and thinkers have faced that same feeling of emptiness, seeking answers that would not only restore their zest for life, but also guide them toward an existence filled with purpose, peace, and satisfaction. Among them, the Stoics stood out for their ability to understand and accept reality as it is, developing a philosophy that seeks not just fleeting happiness but deep serenity and genuine joy. Today, I want to share with you 10 Stoic lessons that have personally helped me rediscover the joy I thought was lost. 1. Accepting what we cannot control. Acceptance of the uncontrollable is one of the most liberating principles of Stoicism. This philosophy teaches us that in life, we will face situations beyond our influence, whether they are external events like natural disasters or personal circumstances, such as the loss of a loved one. Resisting these realities only generates suffering. By accepting what we cannot change, we can channel our energy into what is within our power, our reactions. This involves practicing self-observation and self-control. For instance, when faced with an unfair criticism, instead of succumbing to anger or frustration, we can choose to respond with calmness and reflection. This shift in attitude allows us to live with greater serenity and find solutions instead of being trapped in pain. Moreover, this acceptance teaches us to live in the present. Often, we worry about the future or cling to a past we cannot modify. Stoics invite us to anchor ourselves in the here and now, recognizing that each moment is unique and valuable. 2. The practice of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It is a mindset change that allows us to recognize the blessings we often overlook. In Stoic philosophy, gratitude becomes a daily exercise that helps us stay grounded and balanced. By focusing our attention on the positive, we cultivate a resilient attitude in the face of challenges. Practicing gratitude can be done in various ways. Keeping a gratitude journal is an effective technique. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, from simple pleasures like a good cup of coffee in the morning to significant achievements in your life. This habit helps reprogram our minds to seek the good in our lives, even on difficult days. Furthermore, expressing gratitude to others strengthens our relationships. Thanking the people around us, whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, creates an environment of appreciation and connection. Positive relationships are crucial for our emotional well-being and contribute to a happier life. 3. The value of moderation. Moderation is a virtue reflected in how we manage our passions and desires. In a world that often promotes the pursuit of extreme pleasures, Stoics remind us that true balance lies in the middle ground. This means enjoying things without succumbing to excesses that may harm us. For example, in eating, moderation teaches us to savor each bite without falling into gluttony. In work, it encourages us to strive without falling into the trap of burnout. This philosophy extends to all areas of life, including relationships, leisure, and consumption. By practicing moderation, we find a healthier and more sustainable way to live. Moderation is also related to self-evaluation. It invites us to question our decisions and reflect on whether they align with our values. This process of introspection helps us make more conscious choices and avoid impulsivity. 4. The impermanence of things. Stoicism teaches us that everything in life is transient, and this understanding can be liberating. Impermanence reminds us that neither good nor bad moments are eternal. By embracing this truth, we learn to appreciate each experience more deeply. Instead of clinging to the past or worrying about the future, we can live fully in the present. This idea applies to our emotions and relationships. When we experience sadness or pain, we can remind ourselves that these emotions, too, will pass. Similarly, in moments of joy, we should learn to enjoy without clinging, understanding that happiness is a temporary gift. Cultivating acceptance of impermanence helps us develop a mindset of gratitude and value what we have. It also prepares us to face loss, as we understand it is part of life's natural cycle. This perspective can be especially helpful in times of change, providing us with the resilience needed to adapt. 5. Self-discipline. Self-discipline is essential for achieving our goals and living according to our values. Stoics believed that the capacity for self-control was one of the greatest virtues we could develop. Self-discipline applies not only to avoiding excesses, but also to cultivating positive habits that bring us closer to our aspirations. To strengthen self-discipline, it is helpful to establish daily routines. This might include habits of exercise, meditation, or reading. By creating a schedule and sticking to it, we train our minds to resist distractions and focus on what truly matters. The key is to start with small steps and remain consistent, which over time leads to significant change. Self-discipline also involves learning to manage emotions. Instead of reacting impulsively to difficult situations, we can practice pausing and reflecting. This ability to stop before acting allows us to make wiser decisions that align with our principles. 6. Community and friendship. The importance of community and friendship is a central value in Stoic philosophy. Stoics believe that humans are social creatures and that our relationships significantly impact our happiness and well-being. Fostering authentic friendships and surrounding ourselves with inspiring people is vital for our personal growth. Building a supportive network involves not only seeking friends but also contributing to the community. Engaging in community activities or volunteer work can enrich our lives and provide a sense of purpose. Connection with others helps us face difficulties with greater resilience and reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. The quality of our relationships is essential. Deep friendships, based on trust and mutual respect, offer a safe space to share our concerns and joys. These connections can be an invaluable source of emotional support and motivation. 7. The search for purpose. Finding a purpose in life is essential for a meaningful existence. Stoics encourage us to reflect on our passions, skills, and core values. Purpose is not just about achieving external goals. It is about living in alignment with who we are and what we value. To discover our purpose, we can engage in introspective exercises. Questions like, what am I passionate about? Or what legacy do I want to leave? Can help us identify what truly matters. Once we have clarity about our purpose, we can set aligned goals that motivate us to move forward. The search for purpose also involves accepting that it may evolve over time. As we grow and change, our aspirations can shift. Staying open to these transformations allows us to pursue an authentic and fulfilling path throughout our lives. 8. The practice of detachment. Detachment is a crucial lesson that teaches us to let go of our expectations and desires. Often, we cling to specific outcomes, exposing ourselves to suffering. The practice of detachment does not mean we stop wanting or loving. Rather, it involves finding freedom in accepting that we cannot always control what happens. To cultivate detachment, we can begin by observing our emotions and thoughts. Asking ourselves why we feel frustrated or disappointed in certain situations can provide clarity. By recognizing that our feelings are tied to unfulfilled expectations, we can learn to release those desires and live with greater lightness. This practice also extends to relationships. Learning to love without clinging to the other person allows us to enjoy connections without the fear of loss. The emotional freedom that arises from detachment enables us to live fully in the present, savoring experiences without burdens. 9. Meditation and reflection. Meditation and reflection are powerful tools for personal growth and self-connection. Stoics practiced meditation as a means to calm the mind and find clarity in their thoughts. Taking time for daily reflection allows us to evaluate our actions, recognize our achievements, and learn from our experiences. Meditation can take many forms, from mindfulness to guided meditation. Taking a few minutes each day to disconnect and focus on our breath can transform our perspective. As we cultivate this practice, we develop a greater awareness of ourselves and our surroundings. Daily reflection is equally important. At the end of each day, we can take a moment to review our actions and emotions. Asking ourselves what we did well and what we could improve helps us grow and live more intentionally. This self-evaluation allows us to align our actions with our values and goals. 10. Living in accordance with nature. Living in accordance with our nature is a foundational concept in Stoicism that emphasizes authenticity and alignment with our core values. The Stoics believe that true fulfillment comes from understanding and embracing our true selves, our strengths, passions, and limitations. This alignment not only enhances our personal well-being, but also allows us to contribute meaningfully to the world around us. Recognizing our strengths and passions. To live authentically, we must first engage in self-reflection to identify our strengths and passions. This process involves introspection, taking the time to examine what activities make us feel most alive, what skills come naturally to us, and what values resonate deeply in our hearts. For instance, someone who thrives in creative environments may find their purpose in the arts or innovation, while another may feel most fulfilled in roles that emphasize service and community engagement. Once we recognize these elements, we can begin to align our lives with them. This might mean making career changes, pursuing hobbies that ignite our passions, or even engaging in volunteer work that reflects our values. By taking steps that resonate with our true selves, we cultivate a sense of joy and satisfaction that permeates our daily lives. The importance of honesty with ourselves. Living in accordance with our nature requires a commitment to honesty, especially when it comes to confronting uncomfortable truths about ourselves. This can involve asking tough questions. What do I truly want from life? Are my current choices aligned with my values? Am I living for others' expectations rather than my own desires? This honesty can be challenging, as it often forces us to confront fears and insecurities. However, embracing this discomfort is essential for growth. By acknowledging areas where we may be out of alignment, whether in relationships, careers, or personal habits, we empower ourselves to make necessary changes. This commitment to truth fosters resilience and encourages us to take ownership of our lives. Embracing individuality and uniqueness. Authentic living also involves celebrating our individuality. In a world that often pressures us to conform, embracing our unique qualities is an act of courage. Each of us possesses a distinct combination of experiences, perspectives, and talents that contribute to the rich tapestry of humanity. By honoring these differences, we not only enrich our own lives, but also create a more vibrant and diverse community. Moreover, when we pursue our passions unapologetically, we inspire others to do the same. This ripple effect can lead to a culture of authenticity where people feel empowered to express themselves freely, leading to more genuine interactions and deeper connections. Acceptance and growth. Living authentically is inherently linked to acceptance, particularly self-acceptance. It is vital to recognize that perfection is an unrealistic goal. Embracing our imperfections allows us to see growth as a continuous journey rather than a destination. When we accept our flaws, we free ourselves from the burden of comparison and judgment, both from ourselves and others. This acceptance fosters resilience. Life is filled with challenges and setbacks, and by acknowledging that these experiences are part of our journey, we can approach them with a growth mindset. Instead of viewing failures as reflections of our worth, we can see them as opportunities for learning and self-discovery. Deepening connections with others. Allowing ourselves to be who we truly are opens the door to deeper connections with others. Authenticity encourages vulnerability, and when we present our true selves, we invite others to do the same. This mutual sharing fosters trust and understanding, creating bonds that are rooted in genuine appreciation for one another. In relationships, whether with friends, family, or romantic partners, authenticity enhances intimacy. When we feel safe to express our thoughts and emotions without fear of judgment, we cultivate a supportive environment where everyone can thrive. These connections not only enrich our lives, but also contribute to a sense of belonging and community. Conclusion. Living in accordance with our nature is a powerful practice that invites us to embrace authenticity, pursue our passions, and accept ourselves fully. By aligning our actions with our core values, we not only find personal fulfillment, but also create a ripple effect that encourages others to do the same. This journey of self-discovery and growth is ongoing, reminding us that each step we take toward authenticity enhances our lives and the lives of those around us. Embracing our true selves paves the way for a richer, more meaningful existence filled with connection, purpose, and joy.